I do want to switch gears and talk about this breaking news just happening tonight that involves both Jay-Z and Diddy. Now, this is an amended complaint accusing Jay-Z of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000 along with Sean Diddy Combs.
We have a lot more to get to, including explosive allegations first reported by NBC News being made against rap icon Jay-Z. A new civil lawsuit accuses him of raping a 13-year-old girl with Sean Diddy Combs at a house party more than 2 decades ago.
I've personally already been threatened multiple times on social media. And when I agreed to pursue this, I expected as much. This isn't my first rodeo. But victims who step forward to have their voices heard should not be subjected to that kind of conduct. They should not be targeted.
The recent allegations against Jay-Z involving claims of misconduct with a 13-year-old at a 2000 MTV Video Music Awards after-party have sparked widespread reactions from celebrities and the public. While some figures in the entertainment industry have expressed shock and concern, others have come to Jay-Z's defense, emphasizing the importance of withholding judgment until more facts are revealed. The accusations, filed as part of a civil lawsuit, have drawn significant attention due to Jay-Z's long-standing status as a music and business icon.
The anonymous accuser alleging the assault occurred after she was driven to an after-party following the MTV Video Music Awards. The suit says she was offered a drink that made her feel, quote, woozy, lightheaded, and felt like she needed to lie down. Shortly after, the suit claims Jay-Z and Diddy entered the room where she was resting, eventually sexually assaulting her. And now, just in the last hour, we are hearing from Jay-Z and his team of lawyers. They are denying the claim and say that they are the victims of blackmail, saying, quote, I will not give you one red penny, and my only heartbreak is for my family.
These allegations were included in a broader filing against Diddy, who has been named in numerous other lawsuits concerning similar claims of misconduct. Both Diddy and Jay-Z have denied the allegations, with Jay-Z publicly describing the claims as baseless and an act of blackmail. Diddy's legal troubles have intensified in recent months, with law enforcement conducting investigations into related matters, including allegations of trafficking and other crimes.
Rap and media mogul Jay-Z now accused of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000 along with Sean Diddy Combs. Now, this lawsuit was originally filed back in October in the Southern District of New York, listing Diddy as the defendant, but it was just refiled today to include Jay-Z now, whose real name is Sean Carter. Of course, he's the husband of Beyonce.
This morning, disturbing new claims against music icon Jay-Z. A civil lawsuit detailing sexual assault, originally brought against his longtime friend Sean Diddy Combs, now adding new allegations against the rapper whose real name is Sean Carter, claims both men deny. The anonymous woman, who was 13 at the time, described in the lawsuit as being drugged and raped at an MTV VMAs after-party she says Combs hosted in 2000. According to the suit, she recalls accepting a drink from a waitress that made her feel woozy and lightheaded before she says she was raped by Jay-Z and then Combs in a bedroom as an unnamed female celebrity watched.
The legal case was filed by attorney Tony Busby, who is also representing multiple other claimants against Diddy. The plaintiff, identified only as Jane Doe, seeks anonymity, which Jay-Z's legal team has challenged, arguing for the case's dismissal or disclosure of the accuser's identity to ensure fairness.
This whole lawsuit is significant for several reasons. First of all, this lawsuit was filed by Tony Busby. This is that Texas attorney who claims to represent over 100 alleged victims of Sean Combs, and he indicated in the past that he would name names. And there was reporting, particularly by TMZ, that high-profile people had reached out to him to settle claims so that they wouldn't be listed in lawsuits. They wouldn't be named in lawsuits.
The day will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already. And of course, I already know who some of these individuals are, but because of the nature of this case, we're going to make damn sure that we're right before we do that. But the names that we're going to name, assuming that our investigators confirm and corroborate what we've been told, are names that will shock you.
Attorney Busby has brought forward allegations that Diddy used coercive tactics to manipulate young artists during auditions, claiming that Diddy exploited his influence over aspiring talent. According to Busby, Diddy would lure artists with promises of fame and success, only to subject them to situations where they felt pressured to comply with his demands in order to advance their careers.
Although several of these events occurred at auditions, many times, especially young people wanting to break into the industry, were coerced into this type of conduct in the promise of being made a star, or in the promise of having Sean Combs listen to their tape, or even let them read for Sean Combs.
The attorney argues that Diddy's actions took advantage of the vulnerability of these young individuals who were eager to make their mark in the entertainment industry. Busby's statements suggest a troubling power dynamic in which Diddy allegedly used his authority to cross boundaries, casting a shadow over the opportunities he offered and raising serious ethical and legal questions about his conduct.
You should know that some of this behavior occurred at well-known venues in New York City. Some of this behavior occurred at private residences of people that we all know. Some of this behavior occurred at hotels that we're all familiar with. You should know that more than 55% of the victims filed reported this conduct to either the authorities, that is the police, or to hospitals. We're in the process of collecting with our team assistants medical records, reports that were made to the authorities, and I've already said that some of the individuals in this group did in fact talk to the FBI.
That's too expensive for outside counsel, is it not?
I would think it's out.
Yeah, we have some world-class, probably the world-class lawyers here. They're only getting paid $500 an hour.
Yeah.
You knew that.
Yeah. What's your rate?
Huh?
What's your rate?
Well, you'll find out soon enough.
Federal authorities are preparing for a significant expansion of the case against Diddy, as they now estimate that as many as 120 additional victims may come forward with testimonies. The recent revelations are both extensive and deeply troubling, spanning several decades and suggesting a prolonged pattern of misconduct that may have gone unchecked. Allegations include claims that some victims were as young as 9 years old, highlighting serious concerns about the vulnerability of minors and the potential exploitation within the entertainment industry.
Against Sean P. Diddy Combs, a Texas attorney says he now represents, get this, 120 alleged victims, male and female, adults and children, whose allegations span more than 30 years. The accounts of the alleged victims have not been fully vetted, but their claims involved drug-fueled sexual assaults similar to what the feds described in their criminal indictment of the music mogul. Diddy's currently sitting in a federal jail awaiting trial on sex trafficking, racketeering, and conspiracy charges. He pleaded not guilty to all charges.
Attorney Tony Busby has disclosed that 25 underage victims have filed individual lawsuits against Diddy, each alleging various forms of misconduct. According to Busby, these cases are not part of a single class action suit, but rather separate individual filings, emphasizing the personal nature of each victim's experiences and claims. This structure allows each case to be addressed on its specific merits, providing each victim an opportunity to present their unique account within the legal process.
We talk about the ages of the victims when the conduct occurred. It's shocking. Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old. We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15. 25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs in these cases were minors at the time of the acts complained of. The time frame of the acts complained of is very wide. The conduct at issue spans from the years 1991 all the way till this year, 2024. If you wonder why there are so many alleged victims, that's your answer.
Reports suggest that Jay-Z could be among the associates potentially tied to the alleged criminal activities under investigation. As federal prosecutors continue to examine the case, they have indicated that additional charges and defendants may surface, signaling the possibility of a widening legal net as the investigation progresses.
With the whole Diddy that's popping out, 50 Cent is at Jay-Z's neck, because here's why. Jay-Z and Diddy rapidly was making mad money out of nowhere, and they always talk about it. Same thing with 50, but 50 showed you that he was a hustler. Yeah. It's damn hard to be a millionaire in this world. Let alone a billionaire. It's damn hard to be a billionaire in this world. Both of them, if I'm not mistaken, Diddy did touch billionaire status. My point being is, has 50 been declared a billionaire before? No, but he's one of the wisest, smartest businessmen in this world, and he'll talk to you about business, he'll talk about how to make money, all that. It's like how Jay-Z has. 50 Cent has sold drugs just like Jay-Z has. Yeah. But how the hell is 50 Cent not a billionaire, but them two are? We're just trying to get out of here, bro. Hey, yo, it's coming out soon, Jay. They coming after your your is next. Rumor has it him and Beyonce are getting a divorce behind the scenes. They realize that they're stronger together than they are divided. So right now, they're more so together as a business rather than as like a, I'm only doing this to shit. Jay-Z's name is getting brought up in the So Diddy.
Jay-Z has strongly denied the allegations against him and has accused attorney Tony Busby of attempting to extort him. Jay-Z's legal team has argued that the claims lack credibility and are being used as a tactic to extract financial settlements by leveraging public scrutiny. In a statement, Jay-Z characterized the allegations as part of a broader blackmail scheme orchestrated by Busby. He has refused to settle and stated his intent to fight the accusations in court to protect his reputation.
Take a listen to what Jay-Z had to say, because he released a statement after the filing of this lawsuit, and it reads in part, quote, "My lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir, it had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case."
Last month, a lawsuit was filed against Busby by an anonymous celebrity who claimed Busby was trying to extort money from them. Busby fired back with this statement on X last night, naming Jay-Z as the anonymous celebrity who sued his firm, and he also says Jay-Z has tried to bully and harass him and this plaintiff, and his conduct has had the opposite impact. He goes on to say, "She is emboldened, and I'm very proud of her resolve."
In a blistering statement, Jay-Z accuses Jane Doe's attorney of trying to blackmail him. He said further, quote, "These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree?" He added, "My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people."
Jay-Z's team has filed motions challenging the case, including a request for the court to dismiss the lawsuit or compel the plaintiff to reveal her identity. They argue that anonymity undermines Jay-Z's ability to defend himself, calling the allegations baseless and sensationalized for publicity purposes.
He, of course, is more than annoyed, would be an understatement. He has a family and he has a lot to protect, including his brand. But to the extent that he's saying, hey, come after me criminally, that could be likely. Why do I say that? Because in New York, and what's alleged in this complaint is forcible compulsion. What that means in English is that it's saying that he held her down, her, and that, of course, the allegation is that Mr. Combs did the same thing. And so if those facts are actually accurate, it would require an investigation by prosecutors, and if true, right, you could pursue it criminally.
Corey Feldman has long been a vocal advocate for exposing the darker side of Hollywood, particularly when it comes to the exploitation and taking advantage of young actors. Having experienced trauma firsthand as a child star, Feldman has spent years speaking out about the inappropriate behavior he witnessed and endured in the entertainment industry. He has described a culture of predatory actions where powerful figures use their influence to manipulate and exploit young talent.
You freeze. You're in shock. I mean, children aren't supposed to handle that sort of stuff. I can tell you that the #1 problem in Hollywood was and is and always will be pedophilia.
Nobody talks about pedophilia.
It's the big secret.
And it's widespread?
Oh yeah. I was surrounded by them.
While Feldman publicly named Diddy as part of his own misconduct allegations, he has discussed a network of elites in Hollywood who he claims control much of the industry's wealth and power. According to Feldman, this group is involved in activities that range from exploiting young talent to covering up their wrongdoings to maintain their reputation and influence.
I'm saying that there are people that were the people that did this to both me and Corey that are still working, they're still out there, and they're some of the richest, most powerful people in this business.
And they are.
And they do not want me saying what I'm saying right now.
Are you saying that they're pedophiles?
Yes.
And that they're still in this business?
Yes.
Jaguar Wright has added fuel to the fire by claiming that Jay-Z might be even more dangerous than Diddy, cautioning that any potential victims tied to him could present serious risks as well. Her provocative statement has sparked controversy, leaving fans and industry insiders questioning the weight and implications of her allegations.
The Jay-Z victims are going to be worse. They're worse because of the psychological torture that comes along with what he does. Like I said,
do you think Jay-Z is scared right now?
Oh, he's terrified. He's terrified. He's losing confidence everywhere. But the only confidence he's worried about keeping secure are those white boys that he worked for. That's his only loyalty. Not even to his wife is he loyal.
But what do you think? And just again, hypothetically, if his kids, as young as they are, asked, "Daddy, who's that man on TV getting arrested? Isn't that your friend?" What would his response be?
He wouldn't respond. He would just laugh and walk away.
What are your thoughts on the recent allegations against Jay-Z and the reactions from the entertainment world? Share your perspective in the comments below.